It's not exaggeration when you're saying you are actually worried, like you're terrified.
It sort of represented my deepest fear of not being able to protect your children.
Grabbed me by the hand and wade me through the waters of sheer terror. The end result? She made things way worse.
You feel yourself being pulled deeper and deeper into a place that you know no one can really escape.
I married up, because that's what you wanted to say, and that's fine.
Now I'm going red.
Why are you red?
Because I never talk about it.
Oh, about Michael?
It's still not good. I'm not proud of it.
How did it work out if you come by as a sheepish nerd?
And I don't know if it worked or not.
What is it for you that brings you out of the dark place?
I don't think you can expect anything good to happen.
There's always that fear that you won't be there when you need to be there.
My heart races about it.
But that idea of what if are the things you don't want to let your brain go to. So those are your deepest fears.
Is your wife your protector?
Definitely. I remember when we were getting married and I was super nervous and I was sweating buckets and I was standing on the altar and I turned and I saw her coming down and I'll never forget it. I instantly stopped sweating and I was like, that person has my back.
I'm still a really shy person. I was sort of making jokes here and there.
I think everybody's sort of been in the bar and seen a girl that they liked or didn't have what it took to say that they liked her.
But it does feel like a family, and we do look forward to seeing each other every day.
I don't believe that I deserve to have been on The Office and been a part of something that amazing.
You get a little anxious sometimes being like, whoa, I was 3 years ago waiting tables.
How many times have you seen Devil Wears Prada?
Give or take 72.
He was not faithful.
It's complicated.
Michael Bublé has opened up about his heartbreaking split from Emily Blunt, confessing he was a jerk for cheating on her. Admits his 3-year romance with the star fell apart after photos of him in another woman's bed surfaced.
I was sitting with a friend discussing how much I was enjoying being single. I was in a restaurant. He was in the restaurant. My friend goes, oh my God, there's my friend John.
And I looked over and it was Emily Blunt and I was incredibly nervous.
She worked as a bartender, and I used to go in after shows and try to strike up a conversation. We were both very, very timid, sort of nervous, shy people around each other. And the conversation would go something like, hey, you know, if I were ever to ask a woman out, it would be someone exactly like you. And she'd say, if a guy like you were ever to ask a woman like me out, I would definitely do that. But this went on for weeks.
And as I shook her hand, I went, I like you.
And that was it. You knew right away when you met her?
Yes. And as any new parent knows, it's not exaggeration when you're saying you are actually worried, not about their happiness and their well-being, but are they alive? Like you're terrified.
It sort of represented my deepest fear of not being able to protect your children.
There's always that fear that you won't be there when you need to be there.
What is it for you that brings you out of the dark place?
My wife and kids, for sure. When people talk about their happy places, that's home and family for me. I am so much more powerful now that she is a part of my world.
At that time, we had just had our second daughter, and she was 3 weeks old, and I thought, oh my God, I can make this the greatest metaphor for parenthood that I've ever experienced.
I wrote the movie with her in mind, but I got so scared. First that she would say no, but I was actually more afraid that she'd say, yes, I'll do it for you. I didn't want her to come to set just for me. She said, can I read the script? And I said, yeah, sure.
And I said, this idea is bigger than you and I. I just said, you have to let me do this movie. I was really nervous to take it on as well.
It was kind of amazing to realize that the thing I was most scared of became our strength.
So you still have those fears then, I imagine?
Absolutely, yeah.
How do you manage them?
Well, you have to manage them by being positive. You can't look for the worst in things or you're going to just be arrested completely and not be able to leave the couch.
The most emotional I've ever been on a set.
Best boss I ever had.
That was tough.
Again, it was that idea of family.
Some of my most fond memories, personally or professionally, are entwined and connected with that
Without
show.
a doubt.
Just to see your face is so great.
I miss you a ton, man.
I am going to share this completely with my husband, John Krasinski, because doing this with you has completely pierced my heart directly.
I got to make a movie about a love letter to my kids, and I got to do it with the love of my life by my side.
And I married a person with which I could grow and change. And
To have her be so supportive.
Remember to be scared. You've been scared before. You'll be scared again. Your nerves are based on something bigger. A fear of something bigger. To that I do say, remember fondly the discomfort you felt when you were asked to push yourself farther than you were ever sure you could go. And the wash of elation when you finally got there.